What is going on in the world? Let's see. Right now it's the last stream that I'm gonna do today. I did 2 streams earlier today, and this is the last one. Let's see. What did we talk about in the morning one? We talked about the on and off again nature of the tariffs with Canada. Crazy. It's like it's on, it's off, it's on, it's off. In the afternoon one, I think the main topic was fatherhood. That was the main topic of the afternoon one. Kind of just a general idea on what it takes to be a good father. Let's see. Hope everyone's day went well. It's Friday. Let me think. What's going on in the world? I think the main thing that I saw was, I guess we got the results on Gene Hackman's mysterious death. And just trying to think up more about it. So, supposedly, the house is 9,000 square feet, right? I guess we got an update that she died from virus, and that's something you get from rodent droppings, right? So, and the weird thing though is that she died. They're saying that she died a full week ahead of Gene Hackman. Like she died, and then a week later, they're saying that he just passed away. That's just that it doesn't make a lot. That I think that part is the part that doesn't make a lot of sense. If they're saying that she died first, and then he passed away a week later, like, is this a reason for you not to get a 9,000 square feet property? I think because like at what point do you have too much house that on one side, someone could be living a whole nother life, and then on your side you're doing your own thing. I know when we were like shopping for houses, that was a big concern. I mean, that's something that we talked about, how like if you have a house that's too big, that someone could be living on the other side of your house and you have no idea what they're doing or anything. Your house is too big. It's too big. You don't need a house that big. So think about this, okay? If Gene Hackman had a smaller house, he could potentially, in an alternate universe, he could still be alive. I know he's 90 something, or maybe even he could have saved his wife. Who knows? That's something I need to look into later. Like, how long does it take for you to die from virus, or let's say pass away from virus? How long does it take? I assume it's not an instant thing, right? I assume so. Don't you feel like that's such a strange thing? Like, they're saying that she got virus, lived a whole life, I guess, on her side of the house, and then passes away. A week later, a whole week, a lot happens in a whole week. A whole week later, he passes away. That part doesn't make any sense. And if you're joining now, what I'm talking about is they recently released updates to Gene Hackman's, like death. And they're saying that they're not releasing a lot about him. They're talking a lot about the wife. They're saying that the wife got virus, which is something that you get from rodent poop, like rodent droppings, right? And you get like fever and rashes and stuff. And they're saying that she passed away, and then a week later, Gene Hackman passed away. That's what the police are saying now. No carbon monoxide, nothing. That's the news. That's what the police are reporting. And you have to feel for the gas company, because I saw that the gas company was getting blamed, and then they had to put out a whole statement saying that, hey, we we checked everything, it's not us. And the other thing that I guess that doesn't make a lot of sense though is the dogs. The dog being in the closet also doesn't make any sense. I mean, I guess if the dog was yapping and then maybe she like got annoyed with the dog yapping and then locked in the closet, and then she just like had a seizure or something or heart attack and just went ah, and then that's how that dog ended up in that situation. All right, so that's that. We finally get updates. They're still doing an autopsy on the dog, so we'll figure out if there's anything with that. I want to know exactly how Gene Hackman. All they're saying about him is that he had Alzheimer's. Like that's it. That's all they're saying about him. So I want to see more about that. But what else is going on this Friday? What else is going on? I saw SpaceX. They lost another ship, another rocket. Mr. Elon says it was a minor setback, everybody. Just a minor one. Imagine if you just like lost, you just blew up millions of dollars. That's crazy. Insane, insane, insane. Apparently, it was an issue that they worked on before, and it was from. And I don't know if you guys saw the rocket that blew up like a few days ago or maybe a week ago, but they had the same issue. Something about they lost connection and all the engines started shutting down and it just blew up. Which, if you were out in the sky, like out at nighttime during that time, the sky looked really cool. It looked like we had our own like northern lights. That's what it looked like, at least where I'm at here in California, because I could see the debris when it crashed. Because I looked in the sky and I saw the lights and I was like, are aliens coming? And then my wife was like, no. She looked it up and she was like, no, that's Elon's SpaceX rocket blown up. So I guess, but we didn't get to see another light show this time. It blew up during the day. So let's see what else is up in the news that I saw. Oh, I guess speaking of space, I saw Katy Perry is gonna be part of a all-female crew going to. I mean, you can't call that going to space. They are on that Blue Origin ship that just goes, just touches the edge. You know, they just touch the edge. I guess you get to float for a second or so. All female crew, which I don't know what that has to do with anything, because it's like, I guess this whole Blue Origin thing reminds me of the Titan. You know, like people just rich people going to do things for the hell of it, and we'll see what happens to them. Because like, who I saw this story like 2 times and I keep forgetting about it, and then it keeps popping back up. Like I feel like the internet algorithm wants me to know about Katy Perry going to space. So I'm spitting it back out there. Katy Perry's going to space with an all-female crew, and that matters for absolutely no reason. But the algorithm seems to want to push it up, so I'm going to talk about it. And if they want to, if Katy Perry is the reason why people see me, I don't care. I don't care. Katy Perry, if you're out there, I hope you enjoy your time in space. Oh, not even space. Come on. See, they almost got me. They almost got me. They almost got me. Thinking that that's space. That's not space. It's the tip. It's the tip. It's the tip. What else is going on that I saw that I thought was very interesting? Oh, I know. I saw this clip of Joe. I mean, I gotta look into it, but a lot of it makes a lot of sense. That I gotta look into it though. But supposedly Epstein is the one that introduced Melania to Donald Trump. I just think that's an interesting thing that maybe not a lot of people think about. So like they're saying that was she trafficked? I think she's from what, Slovenia? Slovenia? Maybe. That's an interesting thought that I never thought about. And that's why she has this aura about her that she kind of just doesn't want to, she doesn't care. She just doesn't care, you know? So yeah, so supposedly Epstein's the one, I mean, that introduced Melania to Trump. I mean, it's no secret that they were buddies, so that's totally possible. And she was a model back in the day. Epstein kind of runs in that circle with the Victoria's Secret guy. Makes lots of sense. Makes lots of sense. What a big, that was a what letdown though. They're like, oh, the Epstein files are coming out, and it was nothing that we didn't know already. So that was that. What else is going on in the news? It's Friday, everybody. There's a few people in here. Anything exciting going on that you would like to share with the world? And I maybe can comment on it. Let's see. What else did I learn that I thought was very interesting then, if there's nothing else? Oh, I know. I don't know how I feel about this because it's one of those things where I'm not very sure. I guess children are getting braces earlier and earlier, and that's a thing now. And maybe I don't know. it When I first heard about it, I was thinking that this is just big teeth, big big dental trying to push out braces earlier. Like, let me know if you're in the age to have children. Does your kid have braces yet? Because I feel like it's like younger and younger. The idea is, if you guys are still listening, the idea is that if you get them braces earlier, their new teeth will grow in straight, opposed to the old method, the method that I grew up with, is they wait till all your adult teeth come out and then they pull like one or two out to make room, and then they put braces in, and then boom, boom, you have straight teeth. If you're listening from across the pond, I don't know if you guys know about any of this. What else is going on that I heard? Let's see. I saw something about. No, we're not going to talk about that. No, man, I need something to talk about now. I think I ran through almost everything that I saw on the news that I thought was very interesting. Unless you guys have something that you want to talk about, or a problem that you guys want me to brainstorm on, and I will do that. What else did I see? Uh, I guess, I mean, we could touch on it. I guess they are gonna censor that Texas congressman that got thrown out of the National Union address or whatever. I think that was pretty interesting, because the other Green, oh my God, Marjorie Taylor Green, was like, was, supposedly she had a similar outburst before last time, and she didn't get thrown out. So I thought that was very interesting. They're both named Green, and very different outcomes. What else? I guess, I mean, I can touch back onto the afternoon stream. We were talking about fatherhood. One thing that I was thinking about lately is that There's so many guys online that kind of like, they don't like, there's those the Andrew Tates of the world and all that kind of vibe. Ooh, actually, speaking of Andrew Tate, I thought it was very interesting that he fights all these court battles in Romania, right? And then they finally let him out, and then they let him out, and then they don't let him travel, and then they finally lift the travel ban, right, for him. He decides to go to Florida. And then now in Florida they're gonna go try to pursue him. I thought that was very interesting. Maybe that was the plan the whole time, to let him out so uh, United States can get him. Kind of reminds me of Pablo Escobar. Do you guys remember that? That he was perfectly fine until they wanted to expedite him. They wanted to move him to America and trial him, and he was like, "Oh hell no, not doing that." But anyways, I find it very interesting that there are all these guys out there like the Andrew Tate kind that kind of like are shaping. I guess they're saying that they're shaping the young generation, right? And they're like teaching them how to get girls and like all kinds of like mindsets and whatnot. But I thought it was very interesting that all like the Andrew Tates and all those that type of like content creator, they're usually single. Like that's the part that I find very interesting. That they're like, oh, you gotta pick up girls and whatnot, but those they're those guys are always single. Like, why would you listen to a guy that's never been like went through fatherhood or been married or like how can they show you the way if they've never been through the path? They're not on the path, So that I thought that's an interesting idea that like I understand the pickup part because once you are in a relationship, you kind of like forget how to be on the market, like how to talk to single women. But at the same time, when you're like going through fatherhood or married or whatever, or in a long term relationship, you kind of get a perspective that could be helpful for up and coming single guys that help them find a real lasting relationship. So I think that's pretty funny that a lot of the times those pickup guys or whatever are always single. So it's kind of like, why would you listen to them if they're not in a successful relationship as well? Let's see, what else is going on? I guess it's starting to rain again in California. Do, do, do. And yep, that's basically it for today. I guess if you're still listening to this later on, I hope you had a great Friday. And if you guys want to know anything, like comment, and I will get back to you if you have any questions. Thank you. Thank you. Have a great day.